Virginia. The Hokies enter the stadium to the familiar strains of Enter Sandman. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Hokies head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for him.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Let's take a moment here and talk a little Virginia Tech. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Brought down. Outside the red zone, he moves the chains. It's down to 22. The Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. There he goes. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Run ends there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll throw on third down, keeping his eyes downfield. Looking for room at the 40. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He's going to fire deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Long way to go on second down. Selling the fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that right sideline to perfection for the big completion. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. On the ground, it's Coffee. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits zero. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. At the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Hokies.
That is another incredible run by this guy, David. We're only in the second quarter. That's already his second rushing touchdown. If he stays in the game, he may run for 400 yards in this one.
He's going to put up whatever he wants. This is a dream scenario, man. If you get close to this in a game, you're happy about it. Give him the ball more often. This defense, they better find some answers because right now it looks like a grown-up and children running after him trying to tackle him.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end now in motion. Just keeps slinging it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. These fans touching the figurative Hokie Stone, doing their part to help out on third down. for better starting field position for this offense. The run inside. It's McCord. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Hokies have taken it inside the 20. Takes the handoff, it's McCord. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, and try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Canes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Quick give. It's McCord. Just smothered on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. Got a first down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you've got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Left side is Pettis. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes the heat. Rolling right and going deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Sells the run, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Tuggle. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Push is ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another 1st down. The Hokies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCord. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. He's looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Absolutely perfect. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the 3rd quarter. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. Drive at their own 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Got blown out in the 1st half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropped back on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hits inside. It's Coffee. Bring him down. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. The give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Canes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wideout. The fake wants to throw. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They come out for the first time in this second half, the lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's McCord. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to run it to the right. Might have a chance. Enough to move the chains. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Handoff from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. Shakes off the defender. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. The running back has it. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Got out of trouble and throws. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice.
Just steamrolling the defense. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Hokies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. RPO complete. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out wide left, it's Barnes. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out! Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Just ran over it. Got enough for the first down. There's a and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Brought down. 2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. Churns into the pile. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They only need about the length of the football to convert on 2nd down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Near the marker, it's Tuggle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little